بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we begin a brief commentary of Quran. We reach to chapter Yunus. Chapter Yunus is revealed in Mecca and it has 109 verses. Please listen to verse 11.
ولو يعجل الله للناس الشر استعجالهم بالخير لقضي إليهم أجلهم فنذر الذين لا يرجون لقاءنا في طغيانهم يعمهون.
And if Allah should hasten the evil to men as they desire the hastening on of good, their doom should certainly have been decreed for them. But we leave those alone who hope for our hope no for meeting in their inordinacy, blindly wandering. In previous verse, as we talked in previous episode, Allah is telling that if Allah decides to punish people immediately after committing sin, definitely these people will be destroyed, will die because of the severe punishment of Allah. But Allah has decided to give a chance to people and not to punish them immediately. In this verse, Allah says, the way that people are in a hurry and hasty to achieve good for themselves, if Allah will do the same for punishing people, they were going to die immediately because of Allah's punishment, but Allah didn't decide to do such a thing. This is Allah's law, that He obligated to Himself to give a chance to people. Although they oppress each other, they bother each other, but Allah is not punishing them immediately. There are several verses in Quran that Allah is saying the same meaning. For example, in chapter Kahf, verse 58, Allah says, وَرَبُّكَ الْغَفُورُ ذُو الرَّحْمَةِ, and your Lord is forgiving, the Lord of mercy. لَوْ يُؤَاخِذُهُمْ بِمَا كَسَبُوا لَعَجَّلَ لَهُمُ الْعَذَابِ, were He to punish them for what they earn, He would certainly have hastened the chastisement for them. لو يؤاخذهم بما كسبوا لعجل لهم العذاب. Definitely the punishment of Allah was facing them immediately. بل لهم موعد لن يجدوا من دونه موئلا. Allah says, but for them there is an appointed time from which they shall not find a refuge. Allah says, but there is a certain time. Everybody has a time for his death. Before that, Allah will not take a life and will not punish them in this world. In another verse, chapter 40, verse 45, Allah says, وَلَوْ يُؤَاخِذُ اللَّهُ النَّاسَ بِمَا كَسَبُوا مَا تَرَكَ عَلَى ظَهْرِهَا مِنْ دَابَّةٍ. And were Allah to punish men for what they earn, He would not leave on the back of it any creature. Nobody could be alive. If Allah will decide to punish people immediately, whoever oppresses himself or somebody else, nobody could be alive on the back of the earth, on this world. وَلَكِنْ يُؤَخِّرُهُمْ إِلَىٰ أَجَلٍ مُسَمَّى. But He respites them till an appointed term. Allah has decided that everybody has a certain time. In that time he is going to die. Before that, Allah is not going to take his life. So when their doom shall come, then surely Allah is seeing with respect to his servants. Allah says, فَإِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهُمْ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ بِعِبَادِهِ بَصِيرٌ. When the certain term and time is coming, and that is a time of death, of course people are going to die, and surely Allah knows who is good, who was good, and who wasn't. So we have understood that Allah is emphasizing that He is not in hurry to punish people, and He gives them chance. There is another meaning for this verse, وَلَوْ يُعَجِّلُ اللَّهُ لِلنَّاسِ الشَّرَّ اسْتِعْجَالَهُم بِالْخَيْرِ. Some, they said, Allah wanted to say that the way that Allah was in a hurry to give good to people, if He was in a hurry to punish people, of course nobody could be alive. So with this meaning, to be in a hurry is going only to Allah. It means استعجال الخير وطلب الشر. Both of them is going back to Allah. It means the way that Allah was in a hurry to give good to the people, to help them. If Allah was in a hurry to punish them, the same, nobody could be alive. But this is another meaning, but the first one that we said is much, much closer and better. That we said Allah wants to say that the way that people are in a hurry to achieve and attain good for themselves, if Allah was in a hurry to punish them the same, nobody could be alive on the top of the land, on the earth. From this sentence, we understand that first, Allah says, استعجالهم بالخير, the way that people are, they desire in hastening on of good. Allah wants to say that people are hasty and hastener. They want to achieve good immediately, and they cannot be patient. This is the way that we are. In another way, verse, Allah says in chapter Anbiya, verse 37, خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ مِنْ أَجَلٍ. Allah says that man is creator of haste. In another verse, Allah says, لَوْ يُعَجِّلُ اللَّهُ, when Allah says, لَوْ يُعَجِّلُ اللَّهُ لِلنَّاسِ الشَّرَّ اسْتِعْجَالَهُم بِالْخَيْرِ. In this verse, Allah wants to say that Allah doesn't want to punish people in this world. Otherwise, the generation, the human being, creation, all will be destroyed, and this is something that Allah doesn't want it. Also, we understood from this sentence that one of the Allah's law is to give a chance and not to punish them immediately. Also, we understood that if bad people, those who are fighting with Allah, if they will not be punished in this world, or they have a good time, good facilities, is not a sign that Allah loves them. It is a sign that Allah has decided to give a chance to all, and they will not be punished in this world unless after death. Then Allah says, فَنَذَرُ الَّذِينَ لَا يَرْجُونَ لِقَاءَنَا فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ يَأْمَهُونَ. Those that they will not hope to visit us, These people, we left them alone في طغيانهم يعمهون, until in their inordinacy blindly wandering on, until they will be confused and will be so busy with daily life and this world until they die. We ask Allah to help us to understand these meaning and to obey Allah. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.